Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating to Chaos, and I'm going to start this project off with this sign from Hobby Lobby that I got in the clearance section. So I'm going to heat up this center piece because it's kind of raised above the rest of the sign, and I'm going to pop that off. Once I have that off, I'm just going to sand it down real quick to get rid of some of that really dark writing on there so that it doesn't show through any of the other work that I do. So I'm just using my little micro sander and sanding off as much as possible. And this only took a couple of seconds, and I ended up getting like most of it off with very minimal effort, which was kind of nice. So next, after I got that all off and I wiped it off, I'm just going to give this a nice coat of white paint. Once I had that all painted, I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to take one of these ghosts from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to give this a nice coat of white paint too. And I just did a quick coat. Doesn't need to be perfect. Once I have him all painted, I'm going to take this paper from Hobby Lobby, and it's like an embossed paper. And I'm just going to trace my little ghost around and then cut him out. And people always ask me why I paint if I'm going to scrapbook paper over something, because I am terrible at the cutting part. And if I want to sand the edges of it or I miscut, you'll see the white and not the unfinished wood underneath the paper. So I'd rather have somebody see the white paint underneath than just see the unfinished wood and look like my project is, not done right. So it will cover any imperfections that you might have. So I'm just going to take some Mod Podge and I'm going to Mod Podge that paper on. I'm going to make sure that I get those edges really good. And then add my paper. And then I'm going to set that aside while it dried. And then I'm going to sand off the edges and then cut out the eyes and the mouth. So once I have that all cut out, I'm going to give this a coat of white paint again, only because this paper has got like a shiny side to it, and it's kind of a dull white color, almost like a pearlescent. So I wanted it to not look like that. So I just gave it a coat of white paint. And I took this scrapbook paper that I got at Hobby Lobby. It came in a pack. And I'm going to put that in the sign. So I was trying to figure out which way it was supposed to go in. I'm going to Mod Podge that right into the sign. And it's just like a craft paper with black polka dots. This is kind of going to be like a farmhouse style Halloween project. Very cutesy, not spooky. I'm just going to add a nice coat of Mod Podge in here. And then add my paper. And just smooth that out with my hands. And I love this paper. And it just matches the frame perfectly. Next, I'm going to take that little centerpiece that we took off and painted, and I'm going to add a piece of burlap to that. So I'm just going to add a nice thick coat of Mod Podge, because you need a thick coat when you're adding it to burlap. And then I'm just going to pop my burlap piece on and then just smooth it out again with my hands. Next, I'm going to take these stamps that I got. I don't remember where I got these. It may have been Temu. It could have been Amazon. But they have all different ones. I'm going to use the Boo. These are really cute. So I'm just going to take that and stamp Boo onto my burlap. And then I'm going to hot glue that to the center of the sign, right back where it was. Make sure it's even. And then I'm going to add my little ghost up on the top left of that. And then I made a little bow out of some striped black and white ribbon. And I'm going to add that right onto him. And then I decided that this kind of looked a little too plain in the center. So I added some stars. And I just used a star stamp to do that. And I thought it really brought out the center. And I really liked the way that it looked. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this project. I hope it inspires you to make one. And as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.